like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. Losing friends and I'm chasing sleep. Everybody's worried about me. In too deep. Say I'm in too deep. And it's been 2 years, I miss my home, but there's a fire burning in my bones. Still believe, yeah, I still believe. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. A lot of fight left in me. Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me. No, I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
I've been following motorsport since I was a young boy, and you know it's an interest that's always been there, but you never really get an opportunity to study motorsport. I found out about the Back to Work automotive program when I got a text from Sarina Russo, and they offered me an opportunity to be a part of the automotive industry by going for an info session at Kangan Institute. We have 3 days of class a week, and 2 days of those we learn about cars in general. So we've done engines, we've taken apart a V6 engine from a 1997 Commodore. We're doing brakes, we've done electrical systems, we've done a lot of things on cars in general, and it's just a really good opportunity to learn. Wednesday we have our motorsport day, which is when we have our motorsport guru Greg, and he just talks to us about motorsport. He teaches us how a motorsport team runs. He gets us into teams as well. Like, we've got placements at V8 supercar teams. It's a fantastic opportunity. Where else can you do a placement at a V8 supercar team? After I graduate, I plan on hopefully using my experience here to work either in an engineering capacity in the automotive field or perhaps as a race engineer in the motorsport field. It's been the best 15 weeks of my career path. I mean, I've learned so much about cars, about motorsport, and I didn't know that much coming in. So now I know a lot more than when I first started. It's been really, really fun.
the JobActive website, you need to link your account in MyGov. Here are 2 ways to do it. If you're starting in MyGov, click Link Your First Service. Select Australian Job Search from the list of services and you'll be redirected to start the linking process. If you're starting from the JobActive website, click on Sign In/register and choose Job Seeker. Click on Sign In to MyGov and you'll be redirected to the MyGov website. Use your MyGov account details to sign in and start the linking process. When you're linking your account, it helps to have your CRN or Job Seeker ID with you to speed up the process. Fill in your details, tick the I'm not a robot checkbox, and then click Next. Choose how to get your activation code, either by email or SMS, and click Next. Fill in your activation code and click Next. And that's it, your account is linked. Click Continue to Dashboard, and there you can create a career profile, set up job alerts, and manage your job search effort requirements. If you have any problems, download the how-to guide from the JobActive website. The link is in the description. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Click on the playlist to learn more about your account. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a video.
Hi, I'm Tracy. I'm a 50-year-old woman. I've raised 3 children. My youngest is 10. I had her when I was 40. I was at that age then where I was thinking this is my purpose in life. It went no further. That was it. That was my job. That was my responsibility. 3 children. Now I have a granddaughter too, and I'm happy because today I landed my ideal job, my dream job. Opportunity knocked on my door today and yesterday. I've had the chance to show people to appreciate what I can do. I'm here climbing the ladder today to my job as a nursery hand, and I couldn't get there without the ladies and the support from Sarina, Russo here at Finley. They encouraged me, they opened doors, they made me take risks, they give me choices, they helped me financially. They opened my eyes and they could see my ability, my confidence, my inner self and what I needed to carry on in life and to further on because my kids are getting bigger, they're leaving me. And here I am, I'm so happy today. Just my world starts again, my life starts again. I'm happy. Cheers for Sarina Russo and me. My meat is on the top.
You know, we have something like 50,000 job seekers at any one given time, globally, looking for work. I really believe that there's a diamond in all of us, and our job is to find that diamond because everyone deserves dignity, everyone deserves a job, and everyone deserves self-esteem and self-respect. And as you enhance someone's life, you're really enhancing your own. I guess I was a disruptor. Just like we have today, you know, the youth today are disrupting large organisations in thinking differently. And one of the greatest quotes is, unless you disrupt yourself, someone else will. So what happened to me was I couldn't hold down a job. And I had something like $2,600 to my name. The bank at the time, NAB, lent me something like $3,000, and I actually formed the company with $600. I mean, it's quite extraordinary today. It's a multi-million-dollar business. It's hard to believe that you could start a company with such a small amount, but what is still believable is that you have to be passionate. You have to be passionate about what it is you want to start. And the definition of passion is not when things are going right, but when things aren't going right. And of course, when you start up, it starts up looking like a square, and then it could turn into a pair. And it's in those moments that you define whether you can keep pushing forward into your dream of still growing a business, or a lot of startups fail because they don't have the determination, that resilience, and that self-belief. The Sarina Russo brand, it's a global business. We're involved in higher education. We're involved in job creation. We have our own investment companies. We do apprenticeships, and we're all about inspiring people to aspire to greatness. Something like 44 countries in the world are sending students, international students, into our campuses of learning. That is an amazing vision that when I first started in 1979, I couldn't imagine it, because all I wanted to do was secure my own job. And through my experiences of failure, which today you can celebrate failure, but you must always take a leap of faith of giving it a go, because you never know. Unless you give it a go, you never really know your true ability. So if you have a dream, if you've got an idea, execute it and start today. Because when you study success and failure, what you'll see is that successful people make decisions and accept the consequences of their decisions and evolve to that outcome. Failure are always afraid, and they're the someday I'll people. Someday I'll start a business, someday I'll buy a house, someday I will get that sports car, and they never execute. So that's my advice, is make a decision, accept it, accept the worst scenario, of course the good will take care of itself. Well, the biggest challenges exist today, and that is really self-belief. In the last 37 years, certain things happen, like you may lose a contract. Your challenges always exist, but it's your interpretation of those experiences that make you a great leader. See, a lot of people embrace the unknown with fear. Positive leaders, entrepreneurs, embrace the future with excitement and optimism. Well, a strong brand is something that really is the fundamental core of your business. If you don't have a brand, if you look at Amazon, if you look at, NAB, if you look at cars, Ferraris, Porsches, you follow the brand because you can trust the brand. It gives you a feeling, a beautiful experience. And so every entrepreneur has got to build that. You can never think that it's just you driving this massive organisation. It's the people around you and the consumers and the job seekers that really demand what it is they want, and your job is to become obsessed with your customers, obsessed with your consumers, and ensuring that you exceed their expectations so that you have the loyalty that they want to stay with you. It's just exciting to come to work every day and feel empowered that we're empowering others to create greatness. There is nothing greater than enhancing people's lives and enriching their lives as you're enriching your own. I love it.
Did you know you can create personal events in your calendar on the Job Active website or by using the Job Seeker mobile app? You can add personal events to your calendar to reflect life events. This information is shared with your provider so they know all about any prior commitments you have before scheduling other requirements in your calendar. To get started, sign into your Job Active job search account. Go to the calendar option at the top of the screen. On the right-hand side of the page, click Add a Personal Event. Select the option that is relevant to the personal event you wish to add. If no other option is available for the specific event you would like to add, select the personal event Other option. Enter the date the event will occur, including start and end times. Specific events will display predefined questions relevant to the personal event of your choice. Once you have entered details on the event, click Save to add the personal events to your calendar. Please note you must enter details in all fields marked with a red asterisk. Once you have added the personal event, it will display in your calendar as an unconfirmed personal event. Your provider will see these in a shared calendar and may confirm the personal event. If they do, a status of confirmed will display in your calendar. You can also view personal events via your tasks to do via the dashboard of your Job Active Job Search account. It's important to remember that in some circumstances, your provider may need to schedule a requirement like a job interview or appointment at the same time that you have a personal event, and you will be required to attend. If this is the case, your provider may contact you to discuss the need for you to attend a requirement at the same time. You will always be expected to attend any requirements scheduled by your provider or Centrelink, even if they overlap with a personal event. Regularly review your calendar and always speak to your provider if you can't make a requirement. Adding personal events to your calendar is a great way of sharing information with your provider about your personal circumstances. It will also assist your provider in determining a particular time and day you may not be able to attend a requirement, so they can schedule another suitable time and day. Want more tips? Click on the playlist to keep watching. Subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post a new video.
So my name's Gumpi Yuguraba, so I've been commissioned to do this artwork for the Reconciliation Action Plan. Ashley Anthony, what does this mean to you, like reconciliation and also having this within your workplace as well?
It just shows the community that it's our first step towards making sure that we're building a safe environment for all our mob to come into our offices. And I know that this is going to be hanging up on our walls at the office with a lot of pride.
Lovely. And I know when that stuck within me when you said that, we want to, front and centre when our mob come through. And I know what our people are like, they'll see the Aboriginal flag or they see that Aboriginal design and they feel comfortable straight away because it hits here. So they feel at home. So, what a great place to have it and have them walk in feeling like they're at home here with these guys. So basically, in the centerpieces, obviously, this represents women in our symbolising. So that's Sarina, basically like a nutshell. So, that idea of hers broke open, she released it out there, and that is, her unique way of just not only training people, but, placing them in a job as well. So, that's what that represents. So in a way, that whole area is all about her, because that's her colour range that she likes as well, the teal colour, which is on your cards and so on. So, but then the diamonds here, that was her idea, finding that, not the diamond in the rough, but the diamond within every person. So, and basically all these people are the people that she's helping out because they're going out and she's found those diamonds within, so they're heading out and in a way not turning back because she's placing them in a job. All the white represents my area, so that's more to do with me, as an artist. So we have black, white and grey ochres in the Gold Coast region, so hence why I use that colour range. And these circles are all the community because it's a big community. So she's sharing with community, working with community, and in a way use a big community within your workplace as well. So that's what the whole painting pretty much stands for. And I would like to, give this over, and I hope everyone enjoes it. So thank you
so much. Thank you, Gumpi. And can I just say that this is absolutely going to be treasured by our group. The fact that this has been handcrafted by you with so much thought, passion and love, and we accept it with enormous respect. This is going to be a centrepiece for our relationship with community.
Yep.
And we're going to use the story, which you've so beautifully crafted on the back here, to talk about the diamond within and the journey that the community that you represent and have represented here. So thank you so much.
No,
it's
my
absolutely
pleasure.
beautiful.
My
It's
pleasure.
absolutely beautiful.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You can manually add a job to your job search effort after you apply for a job in person, over the phone, online or through an employer's website, by email or in writing. Start by signing into your account. Click on Job Search Effort in the top menu. On this screen, you can see the number of jobs you have already applied for, the number of jobs you still need to apply for, and the days you have left in your current reporting period. Click Add a Job to manually upload a job to your job search effort. Make sure you have the correct reporting period selected, and then fill in your job application details. Put meaningful information in the notes section, like the name of the person you spoke to or the phone number of the business you applied at. Click Save when you're done. Your job will be added to your job search effort history, and your job search effort total will update as well. Remember, you need to do this process for every job you want to add. You can also click the Upload Evidence button to add information to support your job search efforts. If you have any problems, download our how-to guide. The link is in the description. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Click on the playlist to learn more about your account. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a video.
Go with Russo.
The right fit for your local movers would be someone who's hardworking, diligent, able to use their own sense of direction, and doesn't need a lot of encouragement to do their job properly.
I was working for another firm. I had a bike injury, broke my leg. I was out of work for 6 months. Went to Sarina Russo. They said they had a job as a driver, and I come for the interview. And
the clients we've received from Sarina Russo Job Access have fit the bill of our employee model very well, and they transitioned very well from being a candidate into a full-time employee.
it was great to get back into work after breaking my leg, because Sarina Russo did a great job.
With constant rapid expansion, Sarina Russo Job Access really helps out with getting us the employees we need.
One week, I got a job. How amazing was that? Yeah, Sharon helped me to get my job, which is, Tees Australia. Yeah, she done a lot for me. To be honest, Sharon is such a nice lady I've ever seen in my life. And I will continue to say, God will forever remain to bless you in your life. And I'm so happy what you have done for me, because you really helped me, like, especially in Australia. Right now, my life is, everything I need is settled. So I thank you so very much, Sharon. God bless you.
I think the reason why I love my job so much, this is a perfect example. You know, sometimes everyone that sits in front of me, they've all come from different backgrounds, and the challenges that I face every day is the situation these people are in. But I think the success of it all is really just believing in my clients, believing in what they can do and not what they can't do, and persevering. And when I see someone like Henry to be where he's at, to where he was, to where he is now, that's the satisfaction that I get in my job.
Jess and Julie, what did you expect when you came into Sarina Russo Job Access today?
I just expected to show up for an appointment.
Yeah.
And what happened instead?
It was fun.
Everyone talks to us.
Everyone's smiling. It's not normal.
I've never had a job agency like this before.
Yeah. What do you think makes it so special?
Everyone's just like friendly and they care about you.
Super positive.
Wow, and what type of careers would you girls like?
I'm after like anything really hands-on or management.
And I want childcare or hairdressing.
And I'll see you at the top.
Set up job alerts on the Job Active website so you never miss an opportunity. From your dashboard, click on Career Profile, then click on My Next Job. This is where you set your preferences for the jobs you're interested in. Choose the industries and occupations you would like to work in. The more you add, the more you have to choose from. Set your availability and the type of work you are looking for, casual, full-time or part-time. Remember that casual positions can turn into full-time jobs, so don't discount this option. Set your locations. If you're open to moving for work, include places that you would move to, so you can learn more about the local job market. Special job types include graduate and Indigenous identified positions, as well as fly-in, fly-out and shift work. If you meet the criteria for special job types, it can give you a competitive advantage. The same applies to transport. Some jobs require you to have reliable transport, so if you have it, tick the checkbox. Now your preferences are set, it's time to turn your job alerts on. Tick the On checkbox. Choose where to get your alerts sent and how often you want to get them, and click Save. You can see job alerts are now turned on, plus the details of where and when they'll be sent. If you ever want to change your job alerts, just edit your preferences in My Next Job. If you have any problems setting up job alerts, download our how-to guide. The link is in the description. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. Click on the playlist to learn more about your account. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a video.
My name is Mark and this is my journey. All of a sudden I became unemployed and just, I suppose, stuck in a rut. It was a very hard period of my life. I went through some really dark places, living in a halfway house, no money, no food, basically thought I had nothing to live for. So there was a turning point in my life and I knew I had to get out of it. I knew I had to make a change and I knew I had to go see somebody to make that change. Through a job network provider, I went to them with no employment whatsoever, unemployed, and You know, once I was registered, within a couple of weeks, they had hit me up with a couple of jobs. Staff there were, you know, I suppose they guided you through the whole process. They made you feel comfortable. They made you feel your worth. A lady named Liz, I was seeing her on a weekly basis. She was pushing me, I was pushing her, so it's like we work together as a team, and the results are here now. I work in a milk produce plant. They got me in there as a casual, just as a forklift driver. Now I'm a technician/engineer. Was all worth it? I look back and just with a big smile on my face and think, yep, I did this with the help of Sarina Russo. You know, I cannot give any more advice than just get up and do it. Get out there. Go see your service provider. I'm going on 7 months on from starting that employment, and still every day I wake up pinching myself, realising that I'm actually in such a good job.
Your personal dashboard gives you different options to manage your mutual obligation requirements. By doing this, you will ensure that you are always doing the right thing and meeting your requirements. To get started, sign into your JobActive job search account. The dashboard will display everything you need to be doing to meet your requirements. Let's begin by having a look at the My Job Search Efforts section on your dashboard. If you have a mutual obligation requirement to search for a specific amount of jobs, the My Job Search Efforts section will display on your dashboard. The My Job Search Efforts section will display a summary of your reporting period, how many jobs you need to look for, how many jobs you have applied for, and the number of days left for you to reach your target. You can also manage your job search efforts by clicking on the View My Job Search Effort button. On the My Job Search Efforts page, you will also have the option to search for jobs, add new jobs that you have applied for, and upload evidence of jobs you have applied for. For more information on applying for jobs via your account, scroll to the bottom of the page, or if you want to learn more about how to do this, select How to add jobs to your job search effort. Your dashboard will also display your compliance indicator to let you know where you stand. If you are meeting all your requirements, you will see a green tick. The green tick indicates that you are in the green zone. The warning sign symbol will let you know that you need to take back control and focus on meeting your requirements. The warning symbol will let you know that you are in the warning zone. Your compliance indicator may also display a red triangle when your payment has been suspended because you didn't meet a requirement. In this case, you will need to speak to your provider so you can get your payment back. You will get a demerit for each time you don't meet a requirement without a valid reason. If this happens, you will see a warning symbol and the amount of demerits you have. If you turn down a job offer or leave a job without a good reason, your compliance indicator will display a symbol with a red box. You will also see a red cross if you move into the penalty zone and will see if financial penalties have been applied for not meeting your requirements. If you want to find out more about the different compliance indicators and what the symbols mean, click on the View Compliance Help button to display a list of the symbols and a description of what they mean. If you haven't met your requirements, you can view your participation history, which will display a list of your compliance events for the last 12 months, including the date of the event and the reason the event occurred. This information will give you a good understanding of where you stand with your compliance. Now let's go back to the dashboard to look at your Tasks to Do section. Your Tasks to Do will display a list of events in a descending order and will include dates and times of each event to let you know what you need to be doing. You can view more details for each event by clicking on the View Details option. If you need to action an event today, it will display in the Urgent section of the list and it will display as read. This may include, for example, confirming your attendance at a requirement, agreeing to your job plan, or a reminder to let you know your job search efforts are due today. If an event is overdue, it will also display in the Urgent section of the list. If you have an event due within the next 48 hours, it will display in the Upcoming section in your Tasks to-do list as orange. All other events that are due in the next week will display as green in the list. In addition to your provider issuing formal notification of a requirement, your provider may also send you messages about things you need to do via your inbox. To view your messages in your inbox, simply navigate to Account tab and select Inbox. You will see alerts as these messages come through. So remember to check your dashboard and calendar regularly so you know what you need to be doing to ensure you are meeting your requirements at all times. Want more tips? Click on the playlist to keep watching. Subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post a new video.
We all know people who are great negotiators. They have the gift of the gab and they know how to get great deals on just about anything they want. So how do they do it? Sarina Russo is an employment expert who knows all the secrets and she joins us now. Sarina, thank you for being back on the show.
Hello. So wonderful to be here. How exciting. We're talking about negotiation.
That's right. There's often kind of the idea that men are better negotiators than women.
Well,
Why is
that's
that?
not true, of course.
It's not?
No.
Really?
Well, you know,
By and
I mean,
large?
like, it's all about the ability, not whether you're a man or a woman.
Men are pushy. I think Sheryl Sandberg wrote about this. She called it the sort of leaning in, that men are pushier and they're more confident and they'll ask for more stuff. They'll be more demanding and eventually people just give up.
Well, I've been in that situation and we've all been in the situation in our business where I've sat there with a company on, no, that's my price. Take it or leave it. And they went, well, we're going to leave it.
Sarina,
so I actually don't think it's a gender issue. I think it's a skill issue. I really do. I think every time you negotiate, you have to determine what it is you want, right? Then once you've determined that, then you've got to remember the psychology and you've got to also understand who you're negotiating with. So you really got to understand your negotiator, right?
Yes.
Like mortgagee and mortgagor, right? With the bank.
So you read up a lot. What are the tips?
Well, you know, I think that firstly, what's really, really important is that you know who you're negotiating with. The next thing I think is also understanding that there are two things in life that causes failure. One is impatience and the other one is greed. If you get too greedy, you lose the deal, right?
Yes.
Do you agree?
Oh, that's what I was talking about before.
They expect the worst. I mean, what is the worst? Not getting the job.
Exactly. Well, you know, the worst scenario is, can you live with that? Can you live with the worst scenario? And then if you can, the good will take care of itself. So that's really, really important. But the other thing I was going to share is that if it's relating to a job, the first thing you do is you've got to win the job. There's no point in negotiating big time because then you will lose the opportunity of a job. So my advice is get into the organisation, show them what you can do and then negotiate after you've determined what you are good at and what you can contribute as an asset to the organisation.
And what about being prepared
Well,
for
that's also
those hard questions?
Correct, Jessica. Preparation is a skill of life. Daily discipline is very, very important. It's like exercise. If you want to do a marathon, you should always exercise and always prepare yourself in every aspect of your life. Psychology, 80% of what we do is psychology and 20% is facts. So it's very, very important, firstly, to understand where you're at, who your audience is, and then psychologically have a leap of faith in your own ability, get the job and then negotiate.
I really like the next one because this is one of the absolute greatest truisms in life, and I'm staggered that people don't know it because I know from covering politics it's never the crime, it's the cover-up. But this one, never lie in a negotiation because you'll always get caught. Tell us about that.
Well, of course, you know, once you lie, you've lost your integrity. And you, but your integrity is everything. It's absolutely everything. If you haven't got, you know, true integrity and true ability, you've lost your brand and you've lost your reputation.
So if you lie about your skills, for instance, is that what you're talking about? Or you lie about what you think you can do?
That's a disaster. It's better to say, I can't do it, but I'm prepared to learn, than say, I can do it.
What about fudging, though?
Fudging is terrible. You never fudge. You don't need to fudge. Okay. Be true to yourself and be true to your, to your employer.
You'll get found out.
You will get found out. You're talking to someone who lied. Who lied 20 years ago to Triple J Radio and said I knew how to operate a panel, and took the station off air 15 times my first shift. Fortunately, management slept through it. True story. Now, the most important one too is don't get fixated on the money.
Oh, exactly. Money is really not irrelevant, but money comes when you can actually, build on your skill set, your capability, your reputation, your brand. Never work for money, work for personal development.
Oh, that's good.
And is it true that in a negotiation, whoever speaks first loses the power?
Well, that's an old-fashioned tip. I really believe you've got to, once again, understand your audience. You may have more than one person you're negotiating with. Always make sure that you include every panel, in your negotiation. And once again, you've got to... A deal is about both parties winning. If only one party's winning, it's not a deal. Down the track, you will lose. So I think it's really, really important.
No, you said be prepared. Sorry, Mike, you said be prepared. I was often amazed at the people who would come to see me about a job. And if you said, did you read the paper this morning or have you looked at the latest issue of the magazine? Sometimes they said no, and that's a minus straight away, So how prepared and how do people get prepared?
Well, once again, jobs...
Well, maybe live in that case and say, yes, I have read it. Then I would ask you which article you like best.
Yeah, I always think you should always search the company that you're applying for a job. I think that shows that you're really interested in the organisation, you love the products, you love the services. I think that's all very, very important. I mean, I'm very excited you're having a boy. You've told the world and we're really, really amazed that you gave that information out. But how exciting is that now that, people today can access information than ever before through the smartphone, through the Google. So absolutely search your company, search the products and services and find something that you like about that company. Otherwise, you're never going to win.
Yes. Sarina Russo, thank you very much for coming in and sharing your negotiating tips with us.
Great, thank you. There's a few simple ways to record your own attendance at other appointments, job interviews and activities using the Job Active website. To get started, sign into your Job Active Job Search account. All requirements that have been scheduled by your provider will display in your calendar and in your Task to Do section on your dashboard. To confirm your attendance at a requirement, go to the Task to Do section on your dashboard. When you need to confirm your attendance, it will display in the Your Task to Do list as urgent. This means you will need to record your attendance today. You will also receive a notification message via your account inbox to remind you to record your attendance. Click on the Confirm Attendance hyperlink. To confirm that you have attended the requirement, click Confirm Attendance in the pop-up box. You will then receive a success message that will let you know your attendance has been successfully recorded. Attended will then display in your Task to Do list and your provider will be notified that you have recorded your attendance for your requirement. If you attended an activity that requires you to enter a passcode to confirm your attendance, your activity supervisor will provide this to you on the day. If the activity was less than 4 hours, you will only need to enter one passcode for that day. If your activity was 4 hours or more, you will need to enter 2 passcodes to confirm your attendance. Once you have entered a passcode or passcodes for the period that you attended on the day, attended will display also in your Task to Do list. If you are unable to confirm your own attendance at an activity, ask your activity supervisor if they can do this for you, or contact your provider as soon as possible to request they record it. The
The option to confirm your attendance at a requirement will also be available via your calendar following the same simple steps. So here's a few things you will need to take into account when recording your attendance. You must confirm your attendance by close of business on the day the requirements were scheduled in your calendar. If you are unable to record your own attendance, you will need to contact your provider and ask if they can record attendance on your behalf. And if you are unable to attend a scheduled requirement, you must contact your provider in advance to discuss the reason why you are not able to attend. And just remember, by following these simple rules, you will always ensure that you are doing the right thing by meeting your requirements. Want more tips? Click on the playlist to keep watching. Subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post a new video.
My business is Russo Chili and I produce gourmet sauces and chutneys. With a background in food and wine, I've always had a passion for chilies, so I tested the market a couple of years ago and saw that there was demand for my product. I went along to Centrelink a few years later, put me onto the Sarina Russo group, which encouraged me to do the Nice course, which I attended, which I came out with a very comprehensive business plan. And then with the positive mentoring staff from the Sarina Russo group, the support was all there that I needed.
My name's Louise Slaviero. I'm an estimator and I've been working with the AMA group for 2.5 years. As a former spray painter, I always saw the estimators in the shop and that attracted me to being an estimator currently. I liked how they control the cars from start to finish. The opportunities I see in the AMA group for myself are centre management roles, some sort of position with leadership. The advice I give to other people to join the AMA group would be to go in and have a look at the centres, look at the culture, meet the managers. I just think you will really fall in love and say, that's where I want to work, because that's what I did.
When I first started in 1979, all I wanted to do was secure my own job. But you must always take a leap of faith of giving it a go, because you never know. Unless you give it a go, you never really know your true ability.
Sarina understood no matter how great the training you gave, your students would not feel fulfilled and satisfied until they got that job. How to get that job was the principle that drove the growth of Sarina's education, training and employment business. Sarina took a leap of faith and leased premises at 10 times the rent on the 26th floor in one of Brisbane's tallest buildings, the MLC Centre. The "See You at the top" slogan was born. In 1984, Sarina's weekly television spot, How to Get That Job, hits our TV screens. This TV program cemented the connection of Sarina Russo with training and finding jobs.
How to get that job? How to get that job? How to get that job? How to get that job?
As the business continued to prosper, Sarina's accountant said she was paying so much rent that she should buy her own building. Sarina took massive action and became the first woman to ever independently buy a CBD building, the 12-storey 82 Ann Street. Then a wonderful opportunity opened up for the Russo Group when the government decided to privatise some of the Commonwealth employment services. The government called for tenders for the outsourcing of job matching, job search training and intensive training for long-term unemployed. They called it Job Network. Sarina Russo Job Access was born and 8 Job Network offices opened in Brisbane. Sarina and her team lived and breathed her How to Get That Job philosophy. Sarina Russo Entrepreneurs has helped create over 8,500 businesses under the new Enterprise Incentive Scheme. Sarina's 2002 book, Meet Me at the Top, has also inspired so many people to take their career to the next level.
Sarina Russo is one of Queensland's most well-known success stories. Her empire includes the Russo Institute of Technology and Sarina Russo Job Access, as well as extensive real estate holdings. Sarina is a graduate of the Harvard Business School and was inducted into the Businesswomen's Hall of Fame in 1998.
Sarina's dream to run her own university campus came to fruition when Russo Higher Education partnered with James Cook University to open JCU Brisbane in 2006.
This has been a lifetime dream. Well, it's surreal, you know. I mean, I remember at school failing my grade 10 junior English and my senior English, and look at me now, you know. We're in a university environment.
Since March 2006, over 10,000 students from 88 countries have studied foundation, diploma, undergraduate and postgraduate degree programs. Sarina Russo Apprenticeship Services now helps over 35,000 apprentices and trainees and their employers. The birth of Voice, psychologists and allied professionals, who provides a wide range of assessments, interventions and training programs for people struggling to get back into the workforce. Sarina's a big believer in never thinking the unforeseeable won't happen to you, because it will. Your future will be governed by how you embrace challenges. In 2009, Sarina faced the ultimate challenge. Sarina Russo Job Access lost government contracts for 11 of our 19 Queensland offices under the Job Services Australia tender. Instead of making over 200 staff redundant, Sarina's leadership qualities saw her rev up instead of close down, and she reinvented the offices as training centres and won a Queensland State Government training contract.
This is my fight song, take back my life song, prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on, starting right now. I'll be strong, I'll play my fight song, and I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
Challenges really help you to grow. It helps you to elevate your thinking and helps you to become who you are today. Unless you challenge the status quo, unless you challenge the world, you will find as an entrepreneur that your luck will shift. You know, nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And so entrepreneurship is also a journey of transformation. And I encourage all of us to never be complacent. One of the best pieces of advice is back yourself.
Sarina then set her mind to expand into the United Kingdom to provide welfare to work services in the West Midlands. To help achieve her goal, she asked Cherie Blair to launch the company.
She may be a big name in Brisbane, but branching into Britain was a stretch for businesswoman Sarina Russo. Now the UK arm of her employment training empire is picking up speed. The entrepreneur counts going global as one of her biggest successes.
The company has picked up contracts across the UK to help train workers for and place them in sustainable employment.
I like the fact that Sarina's done it all herself. She certainly has. They just clicked. As I say, she's a force of nature.
Friend and former First Lady Cherie Blair is backing the company's push into the UK market.
That can-do attitude, I think, works as well here as it does anywhere else in the world.
Sarina then brought in royalty to open the UK head office.
It's through inspirational leadership like Sarina's that we have the opportunity of being able to make a difference to a huge number of people who are finding it very, very difficult to get employment.
Always the entrepreneur, Sarina decided it was time to disrupt And in 2012, she shook up the cleaning industry, opening Sarina Russo White House, a commercial cleaning and maintenance business.
Happy birthday!
I've always said I wanted to be the Madonna of jobs. And God, we've done it. We've done it together, and we've done it with incredible passion and commitment.
We're going to interrupt that story to take you live now to Melbourne, where the Prime Minister, Tony Abbott, is speaking at the official opening of the Sarina Russo Job Access Ringwood office. Let's take a listen.
You used a marvellous phrase, Sarina, just a moment ago in your speech, finding the diamond in people. Everyone can be good at something. It's just a question of finding what it is. I could have been an employment minister all my life, but you saw, Sarina, all those years ago that I had the potential to be greater, and thank you for discerning that in me when very few others did, I have to say. Anyway, it's terrific to be here, and it's very good to be associated with this splendid occasion. I'm very happy to be involved in the launch of the new Job Active and the launch of, or the relaunch of Sarina Russo Job Access.
The Russo Business School, which delivers high-impact leadership programs to provide companies, professionals and international and domestic students with unparalleled opportunities through innovative business, leadership and entrepreneurial programs.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage the 2018 Northern Region Champion of Entrepreneurship, Sarina Russo, for the Sarina Russo Group.
It's just exciting to come to work every day and feel empowered that we're empowering others to create greatness. There is nothing greater than enhancing people's lives and enriching their lives as you're enriching your own. I love it.
Go with Russ.